So the question is, how fast can I build links to a new website? I've gotten many offers to get links to a new website. Is it dangerous to build links too fast? The links would be from websites with actual traffic and not spammy PBNs. Um, you know, if you're asking this question, my answer would be to build pretty conservatively. Um, you can build more aggressively and it can really pay off for you. It can work really well, but you're taking more of a risk. And, if you're doing that, you're going to want to make sure that you really are dotting your I's and crossing your T's and you just really know the ins and outs of link building a little bit better. Um, but yeah, I mean, as far as building links to a news site, kind of like the best practice or the most widely accepted kind of safe way of doing it is, the first month or two, you're just doing a bunch of natural stuff. What do you like to do in the beginning?
Well, I mean, I'm very aggressive.
Well, for a new person.
Yeah, well, I mean, even still for a new person, I think, you're going to want to consider just diversify your backlink profile and keep things natural. It's always the same thing, right? And yeah, like Chris said, be conservative if you're not 100% sure what you're doing. It's always best to do less, make sure that you're going to have longevity in the SERPs versus trying to, obtain intense goals in a short amount of time only to find that, you get it for a short amount of time and then you crash.
Yeah, so for the first month or two, if you want to, you really don't really know what you're doing and you want to be safe, the first month or two, you could just build a bunch of things that we call pillow links. Um, this includes a bunch of different types of links, but they're all, the very natural white hat stuff that you can really create for free in most cases, if you have the time to do so, or you can order them for cheap from whoever. It's stuff like citations, Web 2.0s, your big social profiles, stuff like that.
Right, and consider why, that's acceptable or natural. New business comes in, creates a website. They want their name out there. From a very just basic standpoint of marketing, you want your name out there. Citations, directories, anywhere where somebody's going to potentially find you. It's natural for you to be in there, social media, etc.
Yeah, exactly. Like someone starts a new business, it's much more natural for a new business to start going out and doing these things themselves before random websites start linking to them to promote to them, right? So yeah, just start grabbing all the supernatural stuff. Yeah, I mean, 1 month, 2 months. Uh, I guess I probably normally do 1 month if I'm being pretty conservative. And then you can slowly start working in the links that you were talking about, which are, you said links from websites with actual traffic and not spammy PBNs. So by that, you're really meaning guest posts or niche edits, right? These are real websites, real traffic. And, you can just start working them in a little bit slowly in the beginning since your RD, your referring domain count is pretty low. So you can just start sending them in slowly. Maybe you just want to send one or two a week or something like that, or it kind of depends on your budget as well and how powerful the links are that you're sending. Um, and yeah, you're in the beginning, especially, you're primarily going to want to send them most likely to your homepage with some real natural anchors, like branded anchors, URL, generic stuff like click here. Um, Yeah, and then you're gonna slowly start building up your RD count with a bunch of natural homepage links, kind of like that. And then once your number starts getting to what I guess maybe around 50 or so, um, you can really start to open things up and be aggressive a lot more safely, I guess.
And I think when he's saying 50, you're talking about an Ahrefs, right? Showing
Yeah.
up. Yeah. Just as a level of, being able to analyze what's going on.
Yeah, I check everything in Ahrefs, but for a new site as well, though, Ahrefs might end up taking a really long time to kind of start uh, seeing everything that is being sent to the site and really picking up all the links and stuff. So it might take months even for Ahrefs to really start showing some of these links. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. You can kind of stick to the time frame and kind of just chug along slowly and safely if you kind of know the process.
Yeah. So, in regards to that, I've actually got a little tutorial I'm putting together on this that should help conceptualize this. Like, if we're thinking from natural, so white hat type methods, again, let's go back to new business is made. It wants to be found, so it puts itself out there. Perhaps there's even, some press that goes along locally or nationally. It receives that, and then it gets some follow-along type of press. You consider the pillowing, you consider natural press in the form of things like a press release, but not exclusive to that, but other chatter that's going on inside of forums, inside of social media, and then, of course, through other domains talking about you. All of that will come together nicely, but yeah, if you're not 100% sure, and the reason I'm saying that it's hard to kind of pay attention to just 50 links here and there is, if you get a press release first month, I would say that's completely acceptable. However, that can range up to, 300, 500 links all inside of one press release. It's not going to kill your site if you overdo something like that, but it can. But if, I personally on first month, I usually always do a press release just to announce that the new business is started. It's natural. It makes sense. And then it makes sense to be able to shove in a little bit more of that high authority type of niche edit link. Even sometimes I'll even do PBN on first month dependent, but again, that would be more advanced, depending on where you're at.
Just to put something in there real quick, when you do your press release, as well as all your other pillow links, homepage, natural anchors, especially with the press release, don't mess around with money anchors. Use a branded anchor, most likely.
Yeah, to HB, just
to your homepage. You're just building naturalness up. You're laying the foundation for the bigger stuff that's actually going to really move you. Mm-hmm. Anything else?
Well, yeah. Just to go back to, I feel like it helps to add in real world examples. So, picture whether you've got an affiliate site or a local site. Let's start with the local site. You're Danny's Coffee Supply in Austin, Texas. What do you do to put yourself out there? How does Danny, like the person you can conceptualize, small business owner, put himself out there? How much press would be natural? I don't imagine, or if we go to a smaller metro, I don't imagine a metro with a population of 100,000 people is going to make sense to get, 10,000 links the first month. Versus a national campaign, consider, running TV ads, magazine ads, etc. All of this is still something that Google's algorithm cannot factor in. However, it's still possible that there's press going on in other places. But, that's going to help give you an idea of how to diversify your link profile. And if you jump into businesses similar to yours and kind of see where they started, it'll probably help get an idea of what kind of blueprint to start making for yourself.
Yeah, so just to recap, and you can be more aggressive than this, but if you want to do the kind of industry best practice, safe, tried and true kind of method, maybe you're working on a client site and you really don't want to, take the risk of messing it up. First month or two, build in a bunch of simple white hat stuff, natural anchors all to the homepage. And then you're going to slowly start working in your guest posts or your niche edits, mainly to the homepage still, natural anchors, till you get your RD count up, maybe 20, 30, 50 links or something like that. And then you can, if it's a local site, it really depends on what the kind of link profiles of your competition. Maybe your competition only have like 50 RD if it's a small local niche or something. But yeah, once you start getting up to maybe like 20 RD or something, if it's a smaller niche, you can start opening it up with your more aggressive anchor text and actually trying to push stuff a little bit while still keeping in mind that you want to be diversified and natural.